الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praise due to Allah Rabbul Alameen for His mercy, His kindness, for His rizq that Allah have provided for all of us from the day we were born until today. May the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the forgiveness of Allah be upon all of us. Being human, we all know we have a lot of weaknesses, mistakes. We do commit sins here and there. But Allah Almighty, the Merciful, always remind us not to give up hope with Allah Rabbul Alameen. And He always remind us and say that He is preparing to forgive all our sin. Allahu Akbar. That is the mercy of Allah Almighty. And not only that, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised also to say that if you repent to Allah sincerely, you want to make changes. That means you are ready to make changes. You are not a stubborn, a person who just don't care about what have happened, but you want to make changes. Now, changes need a lot of courage. You must be brave. You must be ready. Then Allah said, I will forgive all your sins, number one. Number two, all the sin that you have committed, I may transfer into good deeds and reward you again. There is a double mercy from Allah Rabbul Alameen. Now that is my short muqaddimah. And let us recite the morning prayer together. And also we pray for two of the father of our Jama'ah. One is the father of Sister Salwa, Sister Sarina, and one is Sister Nazatul, Sister Naz. They are all our sisters, our Jama'ah, whose father have passed away. Yeah? And also to those among us, our family members, and those who are not well, like Sister Fauzia is still in the hospital. We will keep on praying for all of them. Let us make a sincere prayer for ourselves and for all of them. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim. Innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna وبك أمسينا وبك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك النشور بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا اللهم زدني علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك اللهم أدخلنا جنتك وأجرنا من النار اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وعافيهم واعف عنهم وأكرم نزولهم وواسع مدخلهم واغسلهم بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقيهم من الخطايا كما ينقى الثوب الأبيض من الدنس اللهم أبدلهم دارا خيرا من دارهم وأهلا خيرا من أهلهم وزوجا خيرا من زوجهم اللهم أدخلهم جنتك وأجرهم من عذاب القبر وعذاب النار اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وصغيرنا وكبيرنا وذكرنا وأنثانا اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيه على الإسلام ومن توفيته منا فتوفه على الإيمان اللهم لا تحرمنا أجرهم ولا تدلنا بعدهم اللهم اختم لنا بالحسن الخاتمة ولا تختم علينا بالسوء الخاتمة ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أن الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين. Brothers and sisters, we hope we all are the people who always ask Allah for protection, for forgiveness. We are people who are connected to Allah, and we are people who always this will come. Today you are okay, tomorrow you are not okay. Who ordained that? Is Allah. Once Allah let it happen, our duty is to learn how to accept, acknowledge, and learn how to reda. Reda means no more complaint. You accept it, and then you try your best to look for cure. The Prophet said, Inna Allah nazra da wa dawa fatadawu wa la tadawu bil haram. When Allah sent down a disease, He also prepared a cure. So look for medication. And we, of course, in our community, you have two types of people. Everywhere you go, among Chinese, among Indian, among Malay, Muslim, non-Muslim, one is the traditional and one is the conventional. For those who are so used to traditional, carry on. They may have some benefit there. Because the conventional sometimes is more on business. Now tradition also business again. Tradition, you go to the herbs, go back to nature. Convention, sometimes they create the virus, they create the cure. Things can happen. But we can try. But Allah give us guidance. Fas'alu ahli zik in kuntum la ta'lam. This is our basic guidance. When we have problem, something to do with physical illness, mental illness, spiritual illness, normally we respond to physical illness very fast. And then Allah said, ask people who have the knowledge. If you know that this is a specialist doctor on that area, ask them. That will be the best. Just an example. And if you know this is a master of herbs, ask the master. And maybe he'll give you the better advice. You don't just ask anybody, ask those who are specialized in that area. This is what Allah said in the Quran. You can ask anybody, Muslim, not yet Muslim, as long as they are specialized in that area. Now it's up to those who are specialized in that area. Are you a person who are kind to the people who are in need? Or you want to execute them? Meaning, you go for the kill maximum. You want to make money from all these people. Then that is your intention. Then you get the dunya, you have nothing from Allah. But if you are there to give them a sincere advice, not to commercialize whatever issue that come to you, may Allah reward you, and also in dunya and akhirah. Whatever we do, we can get double rewards. One from Allah and one from fellow human who will pay for us, pay for our services. This is one thing. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, we know about what is happening in our country with all the haze going on. Children is suffering. Those who are sick get sicker, get weaker because of the surrounding. This is what Allah said is so true. ظهر فساد في البر والبحر بما كسبت أيدي الناس. The destruction on land, on sea, is because of human hand. Because we are so destructive, Allah will let it happen so that we will learn from what we have done. Government busy with what they are doing. They cannot focus on this. By right, when it comes to this kind of situation, the ministry in charge of environment, security, health should combine effort and move forcefully to safeguard the public, the people, the student. That should be our priority. To do something good, you don't have to wait to have big budget. You must have big heart. You must have that commitment. I'm here to serve the people for the sake of Allah. Allah will provide. يَرْزُقُ مَن يَشَاءُ. But today the world have changed. Anything when you do something, is there a budget? We forgot. Allah has given us so much. Only with your heart that is sincere, and you really want to do something for the sake of Allah, combine the effort, Allah will make it happen. لِكُلِّ حَرَّكَ بَرَكَةٌ. Remember, every movement there is a blessing. Just move. Just act upon it. Every time when we were here, we asked Allah, oh Allah, increase in us knowledge that benefit us. We have increased our knowledge every day, every week. Attending classes here, reading books. Connect ourselves with Twitter, Facebook, and get more information. I would say that the nation today have no excuse to say, I don't know, because there's a lot of information. Knowledge is everywhere. But what makes us fail again? We increase the knowledge, but we do not act upon the knowledge. We don't follow out the knowledge with action. It's just knowledge for the sake of knowledge. No follow up with action. Lima taqulu ma la taf'alun. We talk about knowledge. We have all these conferences, but after that, people work, human don't work. We are still the same kind of people on mindset. Khalas, I attend the course, khalas means. The first generation, Khulafa al-Rashidin. The second generation, Tabi'in. The third generation, Tabi'in. They are very unique because they are men of action. The little they know, they act upon it. We have learned so much action-wise, we are so far behind. There is, and sometimes they acknowledge that we act upon it for ourselves. But we never use the knowledge that is so beneficial to even help others. Just for ourselves. Feel good for ourselves. But now you forget that you have the knowledge. وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Knowledge is a ni'mah, is a blessing. Share it. And that's why we are here every Sunday or Saturday to keep on reminding everybody to move on, to be proactive. Why? Because it has something to do with the topic that we are going to talk about. Al-Barzakh. Brother and sister, let's go back to the book. We are on page number what? 108. Correct. Good. Let's go back one ayah before we move to the subtitle, The Wrongdoer Screams of Agony. Allah Almighty, the Creator, who have created all of us, who have seen the past, the present, and our future. 50,000 years before we were created by Allah, everything was planned by Him already. Meaning anything that happened, haze and all these things is in the knowledge of Allah. But if human don't learn, don't reflect, I will leave this condition to them until they suffer. And let you feel what you have done with your own hand. In the Quran, in Surah Ghafir, verse 46, Allah said, النار يخرضون عليها غدوا وعشيا ويوم تقوم الساعة أدخلوا آل فرعون أشد العذاب. The worst punishment, the worst torment surrounding them is the fire. That is what we always ask Allah, Allahumma ajirna minan nar, Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Oh Allah, save us, protect us from fire. Fire burn. We always save our children from fire. Don't get close to all this. It may burn you. It hurt you. Allah is telling us what is going to happen. They are exposed to it morning and evening. يُعْرَضُونَ عَلَيْهَا غُدُوًّا وَعَشِيًّا. That fire, that burning flame is always there, surrounded or surrounding all the disbelievers. Morning and evening. And on the day when the hour will be launched, Qiyamah, as-sa'ah. That's why when the companion asked the Prophet, Mata sa'ah ya Rasulullah? When is the day of resurrection? They want to know. Today we hardly ask this question because we don't even think of that. It's not in our dictionary. We only think about what I'm going to do later on, where I'm going to eat, how much I want to make. We are talking about dunya. Our Prophet was not sent to compete with anybody for dunya. He was sent to remind them about al-akhirah, about our future, our ending. So when the companion asked the Prophet, Mata sa'a, when is the last day, the day of resurrection? The Prophet humbly asked the man, what have you prepared for that day? You asked me about a very important question. The Prophet asked him back, what have you prepared for that day? If the children are going to sit for the exam, are they worried? Do the parents get worried also? Sometimes the parents get worried more than the children. Children still want to play. Parents say, oh, homework, tuition, after another tuition. Why? Because you want them to prepare. You don't have to ask, when is my exam? No, don't ask, when is your exam? Ask, have you prepared yourself for your exam? Dunya, we want them to prepare. But akhirah, we forgot. But the beauty part of the saying of the companions said, Ya Rasulullah. They are very humble people. We don't have a lot. We didn't prepare a lot with us. But the only thing I can share with you, Ya Rasulullah, I love Allah and I love you, Ya Rasulullah. That is what I'm preparing myself. To love Allah, to love you. Now you must remember, when the companions said they love Allah and they love the Prophet, meaning whatever Allah wants them to do, he always try his best and he always follow the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad. You cannot say to a person, I love you, but I will always do something against you. That don't work. When you say you love somebody, you know what happened. All the brothers and sisters were still young. Once upon a time, we also fall in love. Love is very powerful. Love is what normally people say. Love is blind. Meaning, when you fall in love, anything goes. Anything you want, I'll give it to you because my love is for you. And that's why, because we love our partner, you see, mashallah. Especially in men, will be there to protect the woman. Because he wants to show that I am a man. I'm stronger. I'm here to protect you. You want to go shopping? No problem. I will carry all the paper bag for you. You want to cross the road? I will block the traffic for you. You want to enter the car? I will open the door for you. Do you remember that time? Once upon a time? MashaAllah. Because of love. If you don't love, do you think you want to do this? He want to go shopping, I'm sorry, I'm busy. But because, no problem, where do you want to go? Allah understand. Because the power of love. Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. Can you get some chair for some elders? And this is beautiful. At that time, everything is beautiful. So, that is how the companion share their feeling towards the Prophet. I love Allah and I love you, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not just lip service. That means they really love Allah and try to do what Allah want them to do. Yeah, and do what the Prophet want them to do. Khalas. What did the Prophet say to this guy? Anta ma'aman ahbabt. You will be with whom you love in Akhirah. It's beautiful. When we die, our body will be in the grave. For those who disobey, disbelieve, they will be surrounded by fire from that time. When the hour will be launched, Al-Qiyamah, the command will be issued. Nobody is in hell yet. Nobody is in paradise yet. Bodily, spiritually, no. For the disbeliever, down they go into the grave, they will be facing all the torment. The torment is coming in, the suffering. And already in Al-Barzakh, a bad ending. You choose to have a bad ending. You choose not to believe in Allah. So, when the day and the hour will be launched, the command will be issued. Allah will say, Adkhilu ala Pharaoh ashad al-azab. Admit Pharaoh and his people into the most severe torment. Not only Pharaoh will go to hell, Pharaoh wa junudih and his people. Who among his people? His army. Very unique. When Allah talk about Pharaoh in Akhirah, Allah said, Pharaoh wa junudihi and his army. Why Allah used the term army? Pharaoh alone is helpless. As a person, he has no power. The one who make him so arrogant is because he have his army. The army just support him whatever he want to do. The army just respond and give him all the power. And one man, what power do you have? Is the army. The army is the one who gives you the strength. Of course, with the will of Allah. Today, the world, the politician, they dare to say this, say that, because they know the might is behind them. They know that firepower they have. So they are speaking out loud. And these people, they don't care. They are not there to suffer, to see what is going to happen. They should go and stay in Syria for 1 week. They should go to Kashmir and stay there for 1 week. Not just from outside and talk. No, go in. You say you are a man of power. Show your power wisely. Then you understand how important to be fair and to be just to everybody. Then there will be peace for everybody. But just want to use word, meeting after meeting. No, you cannot help. And that's why when Allah said, oh, Pharaoh and his people, his army, will enter hellfire. You can escape from the punishment of Allah here, but look at the ending of Pharaoh, who claimed that he was God. When he and his army was chasing Moses and the children of Israel, where Moses was sent to Egypt to bring back the lost sheep of Israel to their land, known as Sham. Sham is the land. A land that's shared by Yahud, Nasara, wal Muslim. Shared by the people of the books. Then the sea was in front of them. When they faced the sea, you see what happened to the lost sheep of Israel? So fast, they forgot. The one who is freeing them from Pharaoh is Moses. But when Moses was faced with the sea, they said, Moses, talk to your God. See how rude they are. Talk to your God, not to our God. And that's why when Moses prayed, he said, oh God, my God. He never said, oh, the God of Bani Israel. No. Oh my Lord, save me. Now the enemy of us is behind, coming. Pharaoh and the army is coming now. And we are facing with the sea. What is going to happen? And there is a time Allah said to Moses, use your stick and just hit the water. And the sea gave way. If you go back to the Chinese history, known as Kuan Yin. Have you heard Kuan Yin before? Anybody heard about Kuan Yin? Some of us, yes. Kuan Yin is a story of a princess known to the Chinese until today, goddess of mercy. To them, they consider she's a goddess. Her history and the history of Moses is just the same. But she don't have a walking stick. You know, princes before wear long robes. So like when he was faced with the sea, the army is coming to save all these poor and needy people. The history said, their history, God commanded her to just walk into the water. Once he started to walk, once he touched, the rope was lengthened by God and built a bridge across. Moses, the sea was split into two. This one, a bridge was given to her. And people keep on crossing the sea through that bridge. The army came. Halfway, the bridge collapsed. And they are drowned. That is the story of the goddess of mercy. But anyhow, there's no dalil in the Quran and Sunnah. Remember, when we go to hell, not only we will go, all the supporter will be dragged. Wrongdoers scream of agony. We saw above that a non-believer is beaten severely and continues in his grave, which make him scream from the pain. The screaming of the dead has also been mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ in order or in other hadiths. For example, Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu an said that the Prophet ﷺ said, Qala Rasulullah ﷺ, Innal mawta la yu'azzabuna fi quburihim hatta innal bahaim la tasma'a aswatahum. Indeed, the bad people, the evil people who die, are surely punished in their grave. It's not may be punished. They are surely to be punished. And even animals hear their screaming. Allahu Akbar. And there's other hadiths to say that the Prophet was passing by an area while he was riding on his donkey, the mule. Suddenly, the mule just react out of control. Then the Prophet realized something. He saw some grave around the area. And the punishment of the grave is being hurt by the mule, the donkey. We can hear. There's a reason. Allah don't allow us to hear the punishment of the grave. We will talk about it later. Anas bin Zaid bin Thabit and Zaid bin Thabit. These are both too young, teenage, who is always there to help our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Reported that once the Prophet sallallahu was riding his mule through a land belonging to some of Al-Ansar, when his mule became restless and was about to throw him off. He saw nearby 4 or 5 graves and asked his companion if they knew whose grave were they. A man told him that they were graves of the people who died during the time of Shirk, Jahiliyyah. So the Prophet ﷺ said, Inna hazihi al-umma tubtala fi quburiha, falawla anna la tadafanu ad-da'wah, ad'awtu Allahu an yusmi'akum min azabi qabr allazi isma'a minhu. Indeed, this community who die is afflicted in the grave, is being punished. Were it not that you might stop burying each other from fear, I would have asked Allah to make you hear the torture of the grave as I do. The reason that Allah don't allow us to hear the punishment of the grave, the suffering of the dead. If you hear, I don't think anybody will go to grave. Suddenly you're going to bury him and some screaming come up. I think we are going to chabut already. I don't have anything to do with grave. Grave is not my area. My area is the mall, shopping complex. Yeah, I have no problem. Going to grave, no way. When I was not yet a Muslim before, I'm still a very young guy. People always talk about the ghosts, and the ghosts always come from the grave. Normally, when you see movie also, anything to do with ghosts, from the grave, not from the mall. So me as a humble person who likes spiritual thing, I decide to take my stand to go and sleep at the grave. Not a Muslim graveyard. I'm not a Muslim yet. And the Muslim graveyard, there's no space for you to sleep. I went to the Chinese graveyard. Because Chinese graveyard, people who are rich will have a bigger grave. And they have fully cemented. They have space for you to sleep. There are two reasons. One reason, some people who like to gamble, he said, if you want to hit one number, you want to buy a ticket, and you want that ticket to strike, you must ask help from the dead. So those who like to gamble also will, they dare not go, but they ask you to go. You give them the number, if they get the number and you strike, they'll give you some commission. It's a good business, right? Second thing you want to experience, whether you can communicate with the dead or not. Surprisingly, Allah don't give me that fear at that time. When I go and sleep there, it was so quiet. Of course, who want to go to the grave? No, you can sleep very, very well. After you have the insect repellent, you really can say, nobody disturb you. So the history of the ghosts do not exist. Not from them, the jinn may come. But from the dead, they are there. Alam kubur and alam barzakh. They cannot return back. That's why you call it barzakh. Barzakh is a wall that stops them from coming back and stop them from going forward until the day of resurrection. Yeah. But Allah really punished the people in the grave. Whether the not yet Muslim believe or not, I personally believe they do believe. And that's why they have to spend a lot. And that's why my people work very hard. They know when they die, they don't know what's going to happen to them. But they believe there is life after death. And it's not cheap over there. It's more expensive than here. And that's why they got to work hard. And then if anything happened to them, they know their children is not going to remember them anymore. Nobody will care about them. They just want to bury you as fast as possible. If they want to burn you, they burn you. Before you are burned there, they burn you here already. They know this thing is going to happen to them. They know. They know no one can help them except themselves. That's why they prepare. They spend a lot. They make sure that at least they have the Kanuri Arwah 3 days. Or 7 days. And every 100 days, another Kanduri. That's where we pick up. It's from them, not from us. It's not from the Prophet, it's not from the companion, not from the 4 Imam. It's from other culture. And what they do first, they have to hire a monk, a spiritual man to come and do prayer for them. Why they do prayer if you don't believe? And they have to prepare a house made from bamboo and paper, not the real house. And now they are more sophisticated because now the world have changed. They also prepare driver and a car. And they know what their parent love most, what he like most, is addicted. Now they even prepare a handphone, smart one, iPhone. But not the real one. All is just paper and bamboo. Cardboard. For what? Because they have to burn this. They do not want to suffer over there. They know they got mini market, supermarket, everything there. Night market, day market. They know they got shopping. Yeah. So they have to burn all these things. Once this thing is burned, transaction over. Reach it to them now. So, at least they have some money to spend. They are not begging. They believe there is punishment. They thought by buying, corrupting all this so-called angel that they believe, they will be free from the punishment. They are worried. Brother and sister, we do not know. But the Muslims have a different kind of belief. They are worried to die. We are not worried to die. We are ready to die. That's why they don't like to hear the word die. Mati, mati. Not only the word, even numbers also they don't want. They want 888 means lucky, 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 lucky. 4 the one, 9 the one. We have no problem. You can say, even the Prophet encouraged us to remember death. That we are going to die sooner or later. Why we are not worried? Because our Prophet have promised us. And Allah have promised us. If you die with good ending, I will reward you. I will provide for you. Not only now, I will provide for you your rizqi even you are in the grave. What kind of rizqi? Do you have food? Musang King there for you? No. Do you have coffee? You don't need that kind of food anymore. You eat and drink only when you are here. Over there, no food. You don't need that kind of food. So what kind of rizqi that Allah provide for you down there until the day of judgment? The Prophet have informed us. And that's why when there is a funeral, when people call me to do the final ritual on the grave, I will always remind them this reminder. Now one, the Prophet said, إِذَا مَاتَ ابْنُ Adam inqata'u amaluh. When the children of Adam pass away. Now, this hadith, the Prophet start with children of Adam. Mean everybody. Inqata'a amaluh. He or she will be cut off from the dunya. No more amal, no more work. You only can work when you are here, when you are healthy. There is no working environment over there because there is not the world of amal. There is the waiting world. Waiting for your result. And that is where the hisab come in. The Prophet said, in qata'u amal illa bi salasa. If you are a believer, when you die, 3 things will continue. You are not here. 3 good deeds that you leave behind. Sadaqatin jariyah. You give sadaqah. You have property left behind, you waqaf. For the right people to run the waqaf. To benefit it. Any good deed done in that waqaf, then you will get the risk. Continue risk. You are not there. You are not there to monitor, to manage. You don't worry. The one that you, amana, is doing it, you get full reward. Not 50-50, 40-50 like business. No. They got 100, you got 100. Allahu Akbar. And that's why the Muslim always get involved in sadaqatin jariyah. You don't lose anything. It's your investment. Number 2, ilmun yuntafa'u bih. Every Sunday you are here to learn, to increase your knowledge about how to get closer to Allah, how to prepare yourself for your tomorrow, al-akhirah. And you share the knowledge with your loved one. They are not here. Some family, mashallah, are wise, they bring the children along. Even some children are very tired, sleeping, never mind, let them sleep. In a good environment. Because there are some blessing, the angel will bless this environment. Because they don't feel connected yet. But get used to it. It's good. Those who cannot come, the sister are here, but the husband is not here. What should you do? You go back, you share the knowledge with your husband. Teach your children, teach your grandchildren the knowledge that you have acquired from the Quran and Sunnah, and now they also practice what you have taught them. Teach them Al-Fatiha, and they are reciting Fatiha. Teach them the dua, Allahumma inni a'udzubika min azabi jahannam, wa min azabil qabri, wa min fitnatil mahya wal mamati, wa min fitnatil masihid dajjal. That the Prophet always command us to recite every single day when we perform your prayer. The salawat al-khamsa. Every prayer. Salat fardu, salat sunnah. Don't miss this prayer. You should end your salat with this prayer before you give salam. Prophet said that. إِذَا تَشَهَدُ أَحَدُكُمْ فَلْيَسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ أَرْبَعَةٍ. Any one of you want to end his or her tashahud in your last prayer. You cannot end your prayer without reciting tashahud. Known to us, tahiyyat. Then the Prophet said, فَلْيَسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنْ أَرْبَعَةٍ. Seek refuge, protection from Allah. Seek protection with Him from 4 things. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min azabi jahannam. May Allah protect you from the fire of hell. Wa min azabil qabri. May Allah protect you from the punishment of the grave. Allahu Akbar. Wa min fitnatil mahya wal mamati. And may Allah protect you from the fitna of this life. And the fitna when you die. The greatest fitna when you're going to die, you die as a disbeliever. That's the end. Now you say you believe, now you pray, but the ending of your life, you don't pray anymore. You don't believe in the prayer anymore. This is the worst ending. This is why we are worried most. That's why we keep on reminding each other, our children, we do not know where they are heading. When they are not well, physically not well, quickly we check on them, give them the medication. But when Mentally they are not well, we don't immediately treat their mental problem. Spiritually they are so weak, we don't even bother. There is the danger. There is more important. Ilmun yuntafa'u bihi. When you have knowledge and you pass down the knowledge, the right knowledge, not the wrong knowledge, and they are acting upon the knowledge and they share it with with your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and their friend, you will be rewarded by Allah. You're not doing anything here now, but the reward continue because of your good deeds. Nothing to worry. Still, reward still coming. Still collecting a lot of good things. And the last one, waladun salih yad'ulah. Righteous children. When somebody passes away, the first thing we look, the children. How is the condition of the children? Alhamdulillah. They are righteous children, they pray, they understand Quran and Sunnah, they do a lot of good deeds. By looking at the children, you feel so ease. You feel so happy for the dead one. Because this is the result. The righteous children, prayer will not be rejected. Waladan salih yad'ulah. We are gone. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. No more amal, no more deeds, no more zikr, nothing. Just wait. But Allah still give reward. We are pensioned from the world now. It's like those who work and then now they got pension. You don't work, you still get some. Do you get some income? For the pensioner, do you get income? But this one is Allah's reward. And Allah's reward, Allahu Akbar, لِكُلِّ حَسَنَ أَشْرُوا أَمْثَالِهَا إِلَى السَّبَعَمِئَةِ. Every good deeds that you engage in, Allah will reward you 10 times to 700 times. Who can give us that kind of reward? Who is that kind compared with Allah's kindness? Allahu Akbar. What you need is to have the iman, to believe in it. We may not have children. What is going to happen those who have no children? They are married but no children. Can we still get that reward? Yes. Support any children. Adopted children. Not necessary for you to adopt them at home. Is he okay? His education, I will pay. His need, her need, I will pay. But I want to make sure she become righteous girl, righteous boy. Learn how to pray. Learn how to do all the righteous thing. That's why the Prophet used the word walad salih. He never said ibnu salih or bintu salihah. If the Prophet used the term ibnu or bin, mean your biological children. But the Prophet was so wise that Allah gave him that mercy that even you don't have your biological children, but you have adopted your niece, you support your nephew and all these things, you still will be rewarded. And when they make prayer for you, their prayer will not be rejected. See how blessed we are. When you prepare yourself, nothing to worry anymore. And then the Prophet said again, Yatba'ul mayit, the dead will be followed with 3 things to the grave. Ahluhu wa maluhu wa amaluhu. Family members, friends will come and send you to the grave. as their last effort to say bye-bye to you. If you have all the stars, gift, honor, medal given to you when you are alive because you are so good, you are a warrior, they give you all this good medal. You are a sportsman, you got gold medal, silver, will come, and they display it on the grave for a while. And your deeds also will follow you. Two will return. فَيَرْجِعْ إِثْنَيْنِ وَيَبْقَى مَعَهُ وَاحِدٌ. The two that will return is your family. Your friend who love you so much. You lepak here, lepak there until 12 midnight. Over there, no lepak until 12 midnight anymore. Before Maghrib, gone case. Nobody want to stay there and say, hey, let's go there and have tea with our friend. Even he is not with us, but we still remember him. Nobody want to go there and lepak already. You are alone by yourself. Remember sometime once upon a time when we were young, we are so ignorant, we promise a lot of things that is un-Islamic. You are my son, you are my star, we live and die together. You remember that kind of story? You are everything. When you die, you think you want to follow. No, you die, bye-bye. I am going to move forward. But that time, we are also jahil at that time. And sometime today, we have another jahil going on. We put some wording behind our car. You are my soul. What is that? Astro. With the astro, you cannot live. What are you talking about? This word is shirk. Without you realize, how can you relate astro and your soul? You want to use astro, no problem. How can you put astro to be your soul? Without astro, you are dead. You see, these are words of shirk that we don't even realize. Waladun saleh yad'ulah. And the mayat, two will return. The one that will be loyal to you, will be with you until the day of judgment, is your amal. Your deeds. For the righteous people, we have talked about it in the early class, but today we are focusing on the wrongdoers' screams of agony. Alhamdulillah, none of us hear the torture of the grave. Yeah. And that's why we can still bury people. Yeah, because we know we cannot hear them. They are gone, but the animals can hear. The Prophet ﷺ was sent by Allah as a mercy and as a reminder to all of us, said, seek Allah's protection from the fire torment, azabin nar. Ta'awzu billahi min azabin nar. You see how important, even our Prophet know that he is going to Jannah. Allah promised him Jannah, and 10 Sahaba promised to go to Jannah. Every single day they seek protection from hellfire. Why? Because by seeking, you remind yourself, don't be overconfident. When you're overconfident, you will fail. Keep on doing. Give the best. Give the best. They said, the Sahaba said and respond to the Prophet, we seek Allah's protection from the fire torment. And he said again, Ta'awuz billah min azabil qabri. Seek Allah protection from the grave torment, the punishment of the grave. One is Jahannam in day of judgment. The second is the torment of the grave. They said, we seek Allah protection from the grave torment. Who say that? The companion respond. This is what the Prophet said. Seek protection. They seek protection. Seek protection. Seek protection. And that's why we say, Allahumma inni a'udzubika min azabi jahannam in akhirah. Wa min azabil qabri, for the grave. Then the Prophet continue reminding his ummah, وَتَعَوْذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الْفِتَنِ مَا ظَهَرَ مِنْهَا وَمَا بَطَنَ. Seek Allah's protection from tribulation, fitna. Whether apparent or hidden, there are two kinds of fitna, zahir and batin. Zahir you can see, you know it's coming, it's coming. But the batin is worse. The batin is more about your aqidah, your iman. It's coming to destroy your iman. It's coming to develop doubts in you about what you believe in Allah and Islam. It's telling you Islam is not relevant. This is batin coming now. Ghazwatul fiqh. Ideological warfare. They are keeping brainwashing. So that your iman towards what you believe, what Allah and the Prophet say, is getting weaker and weaker, and you are starting to have doubts. There is the fitna of the batin. And this is more dangerous because you don't see. It's developing in our children's mind. You don't know. We don't have any kind of gadget to detect that kind of fitna yet. Maybe one day, they can check your iman. Test your iman. That's how they check your sugar, blood sugar, your high blood pressure. Now no one come up with that gadget yet. Check. How's your iman today? 50%. Nobody come because this is ghaibiyah. What the Prophet is trying to tell us is coming and is happening. In Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah said, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ ثُمَّ لَمْ يَرْتَابُوا وَجَاهَدُوا بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ وَأَنفُسِهِمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الصَّادِقُونَ. صدق الله العظيم. How true the words of Allah. Indeed, the believer. Now Allah is talking about who are the believers. We thought we are all believers. Alhamdulillah. Now Allah is confirming in this ayah, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِاللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. In Surah Hujurat, you look at verse 14, 15, you find this ayah. Indeed, those who believe in Allah, the believer, are those who believe in Allah and His Messenger. Whatever Allah said, we believe, we have no doubt. Whatever the Prophet said about this hadith, we believe. ثُمَّ لَمْ يَرْتَابُوا. After you believe, Allah said, لَمْ يَرْتَابُوا. You don't have any doubts anymore. People will come and give you some idea, try to brainstorm you, brainwash. You are not going to entertain that anymore. Lam yartapu, no ragu-ragu. No more doubts. Khalas, I believe. Khalas. And I stop there. But you know, but no but. Don't talk to me but I don't want to entertain the but anymore. But you know, I don't know. Allah knows best. Khalas. Make it easy. Why must you? But. That is the problem. The problem starts by but. And sometimes the problem will come from Why? Children, why? Why this? Why that? Also, it's coming in, it's coming in. And the sign of a person who really believes and have no more doubts. Allah said, وَجَاهَدُوا بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ وَأَنفُسِهِمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الصَّادِقُونَ. These are the righteous, truthful believers who are prepared to sacrifice their life and their wealth for the sake of Allah. Everything that they get from Allah, they are giving it back to Allah. Nothing belongs to them. Sooner or later, you are going back. You're going down to the grave. Do you bring your property with you? Do anybody bury you and your property? No way, man. They'll fight in the court. What can he do with the money over there? They cannot use it anymore. This money is for the living. You think the diamond ring your lovely husband give it to you is going to let you wear that diamond ring until you go to the grave? No more. Even we are not in the grave. When you are sick in the hospital, they take off the ring already. Why? Why you have to take off the ring? They are worried that some caretaker who's taking care of you, you know nothing already, useless. You don't know what you have also. Now they are cleaning your finger, washing your hands. Immediately they wash everything. And suddenly you come, where is my ring? I don't know. No one knows. So many people is cleaning the patient. So before they clean, you clean up. You say to your loved one, you love me, I keep the ring for you. After you go, I give it to another ring. I put in another finger. What can you do? You want to come and bite that finger? No more. You cannot do any help. They cannot come back anymore. My people have that belief. My people say, yeah, don't just give it to anybody. The soul will come back. And he said, this is mine. Even the clothes, don't give it to anybody. Keep it at home. He may come back and he want to change some clothing. This is what they believe. Because they are so ignorant about the reality of the grave, about the future. So they have their own idea coming up with this and that. And people make story out of commercial. Everything is commercial. To us, no more. Straightforward. You are ready to give to Allah when you can. You only can give when you are alive. If you don't give now, you see what's going to happen. But I have a lot of property here and there. While you are inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, everything will be frozen. Then the family is going to come. I have cases before. Very loving couple. The wife is a very rich lady. Husband is a good husband, but no money. A good worker, normal worker, but a very good man. Allah, they have 3 adopted children. Their own children, no. And the husband family never visit them before. Because the man is nothing. Don't have any property. Who want to think about you when you don't have anything with you? Allah tested them. The wife paralyzed. So the wife feel difficult to go to the bank and do all the transaction. Get the officer and make it transfer all her property to the husband name. When the husband is still healthy, the husband will go and get the money and do whatever. My father is a very good man. Never betray the wife. Allah tests them another thing. The husband died first. And the property, the money is in the name of the husband. See what is happening now? For a wife who's paralyzed and the husband is still healthy, he thought that, no, my husband will live longer than me. But Allah's will, the one who is sick still survive. The one who was healthy, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And the family of this man know that he have no children. Now they came in. They came. Now this woman know that this money is not belong to the house, it's my money. But now the name is under the name of the husband. The wife cannot cash up the money now. Good intention, and the man is good. Family who never appeared before. They appeared now because they know there is some property there. But it's not here. I don't care. What is written there is the property of this man. Ding dong, they fight. I also help them because they are my student. And their adopted children can't do anything. So when we send a letter to religious department, this messy, go back to the federal because Penang is also under federal. The federal said this is domestic, back to Penang. Ding dong, this woman died. So we don't know what happened after that. Very sad ending. And this thing can happen to any one of us. That's why you only can give when you are still in control. Don't wait until the last minute. That's why Allah said, وَجَاهَدُوا بِأَمْوَالِهِمْ وَأَنفُسِهِمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. A true believer, remember that Allah is going to reward you. You will be saved from the grave until the day of judgment. So they will do. But you must do for the right intention. Seek Allah's protection from the tribulation, fitna, whether it's zahir or batin. He said, seek Allah's protection from the trial of the Dajjal, and also ask Allah to protect you from the fitna of Dajjal. They said, we seek Allah's protection from the trial of a Dajjal. The companion always will follow. If this is what the Prophet wants them to do, they will keep on doing it. And that's why you find out in the history of the companion, nobody have gone through all these difficult things. They know they are coming, but they are ready for it. Yeah? And they pass the test from Allah. Commenting on this hadith, Al-Bani rahimallahu alayhi, say this hadith carry many important points, among which are the following. Number one, the Prophet was able to hear things that other people could not hear. This was a special merit. And his special merit may only be established through authentic narration, not through weak narration, qiyas, analogies, or whimsical reasoning. People cannot say, oh, it can happen like that. No. If there's authentic narration, we accept. Not from the weak narration. Hadith da'if, hearsay, we don't accept. Number two, the interrogation of two angels in the grave is an established truth, and that matter must be adopted. We must accept it without doubts. And the hadith about this is mutawatir. Mutawatir means this hadith, the status, the level of this hadith is like believing in the Quran. Quran is mutawatir. Number three, the fitna of Dajjal is a great one. Because of this, the Prophet instructs us to seek Allah's protection from its evil. And in this and numerous other hadiths. is true. Fitna Dajjal is true. The work of the Dajjal is to come and twist and turn and develop doubts so that you abandon the deen. You stop praying, you stop doing all the good things that Allah wants you to do, because the Dajjal will play with all these things. And now the Dajjal is in every home. The real one is still there, not released yet. But the mini Dajjal is everywhere. It's coming to brainwash, brainstorm the mind of our children through what? Through so-called the IT. Children from today, very young, they are exposed to all these gadgets already. You do not know what is there, what is inside. Nobody can control anymore. Out of control. Without Iman, you cannot control. This IT must be guided by another IT. There is Iman and Taqwa. Then, Alhamdulillah. You want to give that IT to the children, give them the right Iman and Taqwa, then you give it to them. Number 4, the pagan people of Jahiliyyah, who died before the advent of the Prophet, before the Prophet was sent to them, received punishment for their shirk and disbelief, which means that they were not of those who did not receive the message of the Prophet ﷺ. Because before Prophet Muhammad, there are early messengers. There are early prophets. And if they know what is right, they purposely do not want to accept, they will be punished. If they do not know totally, they are in the state of fitrah. And Allah promised us, وَمَا كُنَّا مُعَذِّبِينَ حَتَّى نَبْعَثَ رَسُولًا. We will not punish anyone until a messenger been sent to them, or the message of Islam have reached them. Then the law will come after them. Allah is fair, is just. He is not going to punish anyone without giving them the chance to understand. A lot of us do know what Allah wants us to do, but we just don't care. But the ending of what I'm going to share with you all, the sister and brother, please remember, the azab of kubur is real. It's happening. When you know something is real, it's going to happen, what should we do? We just have to prepare. Matasa, what have you prepared yourself? May Allah make us among the people who prepare for our future. This is a one-way traffic. You buy a ticket to go to the grave, only one. No return ticket. And you're going and going further and further. Remember, you will be alone. The one that really can help you is your deeds. For the believing male and female, we believe that we are prepared. But just to make sure that you are not saying that I am prepared, but you are not doing anything. You are doing something now. When you can do, give for the sake of Allah. Contribute whatever you can. Don't wait until the last minute. May Allah help us, forgive us, and help those who are not here with us. Those who are sick, may Allah cure them as soon as possible. Make their heart remember Allah. Make them reda with Allah's qadar. And remember what Allah said is true. وَإِذَا مَرِضْتُ فَهُوَ يَشْفِينَ. when you are not well, the healer is Allah Rabbul Alameen. If there's any question, now we are open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Faddal, Sis Anita.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
You mentioned about the torment in the grave. How long will this torment last? Is it from the day you have been buried until the day of judgment? Because it's not fair for those who will die later.
Very
I mean,
interesting
like, they
question.
will be, they get a shorter term
Now,
of torment. Thank you.
the rationale from Sis Anita's question is that how long the torment of the grave will continue. If it is going all the way, for those who died 1,000 years ago, they are suffering, and then those who are going to die tomorrow, Qiyamah, they have less suffering. The torment of the grave is just for once. If you pass the test, there's no torment of the grave. If you fail, you will be punished for one, and then Allah will send you the Al-Barzakh. Al-Barzakh is the waiting world, where if you are a good person, Allah prepare you like a 5-star room, hotel room. Relax, sleeping, but you are just waiting for the day of judgment because all the delight of paradise is waiting for you. For those who don't have that, then Allah also prepare a room for you. But your room is like budget hotel room. Just an example. You don't feel comfortable. But there's no other punishment anymore. Everybody is resting, waiting, but you wait in the special lounge and this you wait outside because you know your ending is not good anymore. And that also is a kind of punishment. You don't feel good anymore. But that is your ending. You choose to have that ending. But the real punishment, just happen at the time when you're in the kubur and then you move to Al-Barzakh, awaiting launch. That's all. Allah is fair. Yeah. But now again, the people who live longer, now their test is greater than the people before. Our test, we are exposed to many challenging things. I think before you don't hear people cancer, people have this sickness, depression. You don't have all this problem. It's a different kind of test. But people who are even living for so long, but they are suffering, it's another test for them. So may Allah, make us people who are prepared. Don't have to worry about that so much. And the rational thinking is that, wow, those who died 1,000 years ago, if they have been tortured every day until now, wow. Then those who die later on will escape. But remember, Allah's calculation and our calculation is very different. If Allah wants the person to feel like how 1,000 years people feel, He just make it happen. The Prophet did mention, example, as-sa'a fil jannah is like 130 years according to the calculation of this world. A worldly calculation. 1 hour in Jannah is like 130 years. According to the calculation here. So we don't even live for 1 hour here compared with the hour in Jannah. Life is so short. That's why there was a saying, antara azan dan solat. Alangkah pendeknya hidupnya manusia. When you were born, normally people will receive with azan. They call azan for the new born baby. Even it's not based on the authentic hadith, but normally people will do that. And when a person dies, what do? We do the final prayer, Salatul Janazah. So antara azan dan salat. Very short. But the world makes us feel that we are living so long already, so busy. That is the answer. Now, next question from the sisters, if there's any.
Ustaz, there's a question online here.
Okay, now.
So Adnan asked about the dua to be read after each prayers, something with the word Jahannam in it.
Can't hear the question properly.
The question is, you mentioned about a dua to be read after each prayer.
The dua, okay.
Yeah, a dua, and something with the word Jahannam in it. She was wondering what that is, and I was hoping you would repeat it.
The dua that the Prophet command us to recite before you give your salam in your prayer at the end of the tashahhud is Allahumma inni a'udzubika min azabi jahannam wa min azabil qabri wa min fitnatil mahya wal mamati wa min fitnatil masihid dajjal. We have wrote it down all the hadiths in our book on perfecting my salah. For the sister who is asking this question, or the brother, sister or brother? Sister. You can get the copy of that book from us if you can come to our center, or if you remember what I just mentioned, you can go to the book, any bookstore you ask for the Islamic bookstore, look for the Fortress, Muslim Fortress. Then you will get this dua. It's written clear that this is from the authentic hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, other question? Fadda, Sister Farida.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ustaz, okay, there are a few doa that we can say after our tashahud.
Okay.
Now, can we say this doa during sujud?
Oh, yes.
Can,
As long as it's not from the Quran. Either you say it while you're making tashahud, or you can say it while you are making your sujud. No problem. Yes. Yeah. Next question.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My question is it recommended for us to visit the grave, and any special day to visit? And if we say a prayer, can the dead hear us?
Yeah. The Prophet do encourage the man to visit grave. Because by visiting the grave, remind you about your departure. But not the woman. So when you visit the grave, the woman can also, but the one that the Prophet encouraged is the man. Because the men are more outgoing people, outdoor. So if you stay away from the grave too long, you forget that you're going to die. So it's good for you once in a while, visit the grave, remind you about your departure too. When you enter the grave, first thing you do, give salam. Assalamualaikum ya ahlal diyar minal mu'minin wal muslimin wa inna insha'Allah bikum lahiqun. There's a dua the Prophet remind us to make prayer for the people of the grave. Give salam without expecting them to respond. Yeah. If they respond, I don't think you want to enter anymore. You know. So it's our duty to make prayer for them. And then you can visit any grave, especially your family members, and then make another dua, no problem. The same dua that the Prophet have taught us. Allahumma gfir lahu warhamhu wa'afi wa'fu anhu. This dua can be recited when you perform your funeral prayer. When you remember them, any day you pray for them. Because the Prophet said, Istaghfiru li akhikum. The important dua to pray for the dead are ask Allah to forgive their sin. And that is the thing we will do. And you can, if people do funny thing on the grave, people will come today, the grave also become a commercial area. People ask you, what kind of grass do you want for us to put on the grave? Imported one, domestic one. We say, why do you want any grass? This is a grave. This is not a garden. And then sometimes they ask you, what kind of marble you want us to build, to cover this grave area. Say nothing. Just say nothing. Enough. Because the Prophet loved us to have that kind of grave. Nothing to decorate. Yeah. Very sad. The caretaker of the grave today are not people of knowledge. Yeah. They are good caretaker. They do not know the hukum. Yeah. So a lot of thing that is happening is not according to the Sharia anymore. If you want to know a bit about how should we take care of Muslim graveyard, when you go to Makkah, Medina, go and visit the graveyard there. Then you understand why they don't do what we are doing here, because it's not taught by our Prophet. Ali radiallahu anhu was commanded by the Prophet, wherever you go, you should flatten, not to be totally flat. People who build building high and concrete, you have to destroy, demolish it. Make it the same. Yeah. So we can go, yes. Yeah. And then make prayer. You don't have to bring flour, water, no need. Yeah. If people want to send flour, just put at home. It benefits the living, not the dead anymore. Yeah, you are allowed to go. For the meal, yes. Yeah. Any last question from the sisters? No question from the sisters. Brothers? Yes, Faddal.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
There's one doubt that I just wanted to ask.
Naam.
In Surah Al-Baqarah, when Israel, people of Israel, asked Prophet Moses in Surah Al-Baqarah verse 70 that the type of cow, when Moses says that Allah has commanded to slaughter a cow to the people of Israel, and the people of Israel don't believe him, they start questioning what type of cow. The questions becomes, the more questions they ask, the more conditions Allah says them. Now in that one, here the people of Israel, that in the last one, when the last verse comes, and in that verse it states that, oh, the more questions you asked when it came, the Allah made it tougher for you. So that's it made tough. Now in this current situation, when especially when a person who's seeking knowledge or who is in the path, he's fighting every day for that knowledge. He fights. The more knowledge or the more he reads or more he understands, the more questions comes in, the more doubts it comes in. That is just to make sure that his aqidah becomes strong, his iman becomes strong. Will that verse in that Surah Al-Baqarah is applicable to this current situation here?
Okay. If I'm not wrong, what the brother is trying to ask us is that, can we, as students of knowledge, ask questions? Yes, you can. Allah allowed you to ask. If you are not sure, if you don't have the right understanding yet. You have the right to ask, to have the clear mind and clear understanding. But the history of what happened in the time of Moses and the Bani Israel, Allah is still responding. Now, Allah is telling us there are people who ask not to act upon what Allah wants them to do. Just ask for a reason. They want to excuse themselves. If they don't get the answer, they're not going to do. They did not ask for the right intention to understand and do it. They just want to excuse themselves and delay in following the commandment of Allah. Important is your intention. Why do you ask? So when they keep on asking and asking, Allah still responds. Now when Allah responds, and at the end you don't act, the punishment will be severe. The punishment, remember in the time of Jesus, in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Ma'idah is because of that. They say to Jesus, can you ask God to send down a plate of food? Send down a plate of food for us if God is the provider. Then what did Allah say? Jesus asked. Allah said, if I will send it down and they disobey me and disbelieve in me, I will punish them severely. I have shown you what I have given you so much, and you keep on asking. I may give it if you want. Allah Almighty, like what happened to Maryam. Who give provision to Mary is Allah. And the food that Allah prepared for Virgin Mary is unique. When summertime, you got winter fruits. Winter time, you got summer fruit. And that's when Zachariah was shocked. He said, who came and visit you? I am the only man who have access to come to you. Suddenly I found food. What is happening? Is there another person? No. Came to see you. He says it's from Allah. And that makes Zachariah feel that if Allah can give, Zachariah have no baby. He's an old man. The wife was an old woman now. Then he never gave up. He prayed and Allah gave him a child. Now, you can ask for the right reason. It's like people who ask us sometimes, do you ask just want to create more doubts for others? Or you just want to challenge the speaker? Or you really ask for you to understand so that when people ask you, you know how to explain to them. Then that is good. But remember, anything you ask Allah is just like what Allah said. You ask me for guidance. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. So I show you my way. Wa anna hadha sirati mustaqima. You ask for guidance, I show you the way. Then after I show you my way, Allah said, fattabi'uh, follow my way. And after you follow, Allah still warn you, wala tattabi'u subula, don't mix with other ways. When you do that, you will be going astray, Allah said. You are sure to go astray. And this is what Allah warned us. You ask me, I show you, you follow. You don't be arrogant anymore. You do that, you know your ending. So you are allowed to ask for the right intention, for the right reason. And when you understand, please don't forget to act upon it and share with others. You have last question?
There's actually two more questions.
Okay.
First question is from Sheikh Kadir. He asks, what does the number 9 represent?
Again?
What does the number 9 represent?
What is number 9?
Yeah.
Or 4, 9, 8. Yeah. This is the Chinese, not from the Muslim. Yeah.
Oh.
The Muslims don't believe in all these things, but the Chinese have their own understanding about number because they love numbers. No, you ask Chinese about numbering, they are very good. You know, that's why they become good businessmen. So they said 4 to them, to some dialect, is the sign of death. C means mati. Yeah. It so happened the word mati and number 4 sound very close. So they said they don't want that word, that letter. 8, pat, means good luck. And then they like the number. 9, cow, like dog. So they don't like also. So that is just, it sound alike. Yeah, with the meaning of another thing, so they just don't like that number. It's like the West. They are so civilized. They have went to the moon. They have made so many development, civilization, but they don't like 13. Can you imagine 13, that number? They fear 13. You have all the lift, 1, 2 floor, second, third, fourth, fifth, 10, 11, 12. 12A. Why? Where is the 13? Alhamdulillah, we Muslim, any number goes. So say when you buy a car, they say, we want to choose any number halal, no problem. But this number is bring bad luck, no. We have no belief about the number can bring bad luck to you. So that's what the number, yeah. That not in the hadith. I'm just saying. Some people have that belief where we don't. Alhamdulillah. Last one. Okay.
From LPA, in sujud, can we recite the doa Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya Hasana?
Can we recite doa Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya Hasana wa Fil Akhirati Hasana wa Qina Azaban when we are making sujud? Opinion scholars said okay, but the Prophet said no. Prophet said no Quran should be recited in the state of ruku' and sujud. So maybe but this Quran is dua, this ayat is, no. When the Prophet said no Quran, no Quran. Make it easy. Don't create doubts. Don't create confusion. The Prophet understood more than us. If he said no Quran, is Rabbana Atina in the Quran? Yes. So don't say. There's so many other dua to recite. So stay away from this gray area. Just do what the Prophet have taught us, shown us, that no recitation of any Quran is Rabbana Quran, stay away. Is Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana tarhamna lanakunanna min al-khasirin Quran, stay away. So that's how we follow the sunnah of the Prophet. May Allah accept our prayer, forgive all our sin, protect us, our children, from further fitan zahiratan wa fitan batina. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.